Welcome to the Gaelic Grounds for this Limerick Senior Hurling Championship doubleheader quarter-finals. First up we've Kilmallock versus Murroe Boher, 2 p.m, and at 3:45 p.m. we've the clash of Patrickswell and South Liberties, live on Sporting Limerick's YouTube channel. I'm joined in the studio here by Matt O'Callaghan of the Weekly Observer Vale Star. Matt, two cracking games in prospect.
Yeah, John, I suppose two games where the new structure will be put to the test, I think, because all right, we're through the group stages now, and certainly you would have to say after the group stages that the first stress test of the new format, it has passed with flying colours, in that we had a very, very competitive Group 2, and whereby 4 teams were in contention right up to the finish. Now the second test of the new structure is to see how the two teams that have come out of Group 2, i.e. South Liberties and Murroe Boher, and in this instance, in the first case, Murroe Boher here today, to see how they're going to measure up when they step up against Group 1 opposition. And I think both of these teams are going to come in with a certain level of confidence that they may not otherwise have, in that they have both won 4 of their 5 games. And you know that to get a championship run, there is nothing like winning, nothing like the confidence that winning brings. And they will be bringing that here today. By contrast, they are playing opposition that are coming here, that are here today on the back of poor results. Now, Kilmallock literally seemed to be cruising into the semi-finals until they met Doon here 2 weeks ago, you will recall. And when Doon overturned them fairly and squarely and decisively. And of course, Patrickswell are coming in here on the back of 2 defeats. Like you have Patrickswell coming in here with 2 wins from 5. Both teams in Group 2 are coming in with 4 wins from 5, and that has to be a factor. Now, the first game, which is about to take place here, this will be very interesting. It'll be very interesting to see. This is a new test of Murroe Boher. And Murroe Boher have been really, really tested since they were relegated just 2 short years ago. And what a transformation it is for the club, and huge credit to them out there. Like, they bounced back last year, bounced back in the intermediate championship, won a very good intermediate championship. I would argue that hadn't they played 3 matches in the 1 week, they would have made a serious challenge at Munster clubs level, and they have come on this year. And they have built on that. All right, they lost the first game by a single point to South Liberties, but they have won their 4 games since. And they will be coming here with no fears of Kilmallock. They will be coming here to give it a right good go. And I think they're quite capable of doing it.
That's the thoughts there of Matt O'Callaghan of the Weekly Observer Vale Star. Kilmallock are on the field as we speak at the moment now, wearing a changed white strip to avoid a clash with Murroe Boher. We're awaiting Murroe Boher's entrance onto the field here at the Gaelic Grounds. Conditions are good. Referee Jason O'Mahony's blown his whistle. In the meantime, we'll give you the teams. First up is Kilmallock, and they're captained by Paddy O'Brien, but in goal is Barry Hennessy, a full back line of Benny Burke, Dan Joy and Aaron Costello. There's a change at right half back where Kevin O'Donnell has come in for Mark O'Loughlin. Paddy O'Loughlin and Philip O'Loughlin make up the rest of the half back line for Kilmallock. In midfield is Jake Mulcahy and Robbie Hanley. The half forward line is Paddy O'Brien, Gavin O'Mahony and Phelim O'Reilly. And there's another change in the full forward line with Micheál Houlihan coming in for the injured Robbie Egan. Graham Mulcahy and Oisín O'Reilly make up the Kilmallock team. On the Murroe Boher side, in goals is Gavin Ryan, Barry Cusick, Seamus Hickey and Brian Timmins make up the full back line, with Matthew Hanley, Derek Kennedy and Diarmaid Burns in the half back line. Ross Kennedy and Dylan Sheehan line out in midfield, with Jack Casey, Shawnee Tobin and Conor Burns making up the half forward line. Full forward line from Murroe Boher today is Aaron Kennedy, Mikey Ryan at full forward, and the vastly experienced Pat Tobin at top of the left. Matt, we're seeing Kilmallock, a bit of tactics from Murroe Boher leaving Kilmallock weight. You said it already, Murroe Boher now as they enter the field, they're full of confidence, they fancy their chances without doubt.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at the team there, and you named them out. I'm just looking at the positions that they seem to be taking up, and it would appear to me Mark O'Loughlin is out from the side that they named, as is Robbie Egan. Now, I don't know what the situation with Mark O'Loughlin is, but I do know that Robbie Egan, you will recall, went off here in the Doon game with what looked to be a pretty, an injury that could rule him out for a while. So I think that might explain that particular change. But it would look as the way they've set out on the field at the moment, but has said that we're waiting for Doon. It would appear that Paddy O'Loughlin is gone from centre half back to right half back, and that Kevin O'Mahony is going to line out at centre back. And it appears to me that just looking up at the forward line, I'm just wondering, Kevin O'Donnell seems to be gone right half forward, and they're as you were at.
Micheál Hoolan seems to be at centre forward, Matt.
Forward. I'm just wondering where is. Strange to say, seems to be gone in the corner, which is unusual. And but we'll just see. Maybe it might be only for the throw-in, but we'll just to see how it will pan out once the game gets underway.
As Matt said, a vastly experienced Paddy O'Brien inside in the corner, more around the 14-metre line, being marked by Seamus Hickey as we await throw-in from Jason O'Mahony here. Seems to be a little bit of a delay. At the moment, it is to do with the Murroe Boher goalkeeper's jersey been clashing with the Kilmallock away jersey, I think we'll call it, Matt. There's going to be another further delay before we go here, as the Murroe Boher management team will have to provide another jersey. Evan, Ryan? No, we're not. We're underway. Jason O'Mahony's throwing the ball in, and we're underway, and it's Gavin O'Mahony in possession, but he's displaced, and it's a bit of a ruck early on here at the Gaelic Grounds. Has Kilmallock come away with it with Philip O'Loughlin inside from Jake Mulcahy, looking for Paddy O'Brien, marked by Seamus Hickey, and Hickey does brilliantly to stop him gaining possession. Has the ball now on the left wing, low ball into the full forward line where Shawnee Tobin's operating. Tobin's unable to take control, and it's Aaron Costello with possession for Kilmallock. He lays the ball off, and they'll work the ball now over here on the right half back line. Ball goes to Robbie Hanley, and Hanley gives it in long. Though by Barry Cusick. In fact, Oisin O'Reilly nearly took it off him, but it's Cusick comes away, and the ball's cleared down the field long. It's a kind of an aimless one. It's Benny Burke for Kilmallock who takes possession. Benny assesses his options, hits it low to O'Loughlin. Paddy O'Loughlin now back inside. It's under serious pressure straight away from Aaron Kennedy, our Kilmallock team, but it's O'Loughlin again in possession. He lays the ball off to Gavin O'Mahony. O'Mahony looks for the run of Oisin O'Reilly, and it's O'Reilly with time and space, and O'Reilly, if he has that, is, as we know, is lethal, but it's good defending from Murroe initially from Barry Cusick. O'Reilly has the shot, and that's the first goal of the opening couple of minutes here in the Gaelic Grounds. Oisin O'Reilly.
Yeah, Oisin O'Reilly. Kilmallock are playing into the breeze. The breeze seems to be favouring Murroe Boher in this first half. It is definitely, but they probably have started on the front foot. They have probably started the livelier, and it was a well taken score by Oisin O'Reilly. Mention of Sean Tobin. He was named to play at centre forward. I think he's playing in the full forward line at the moment. Back
with play now, and it's Jack Casey on the ball from Murroe Boher. Casey tries to leave it off, but Gavin O'Mahony gets in. Maybe a master stroke from John Bruder, positioning him back in his more familiar area of centre back as Paddy O'Loughlin. Looks a great low ball for Jake Mulcahy. Mulcahy under pressure from Derek Kennedy. Kennedy started with Monaleen in the Senior Football Championship last weekend, unfortunately beaten from his point of view this week in the semi-final. Back with play, a line ball from Murroe Boher that Dylan Sheehan prepares to take. Matt, fairly level after 2 minutes, obviously it would be, but you noticing anything in particular so far?
No, basically it has been a low-key start, you would have to say, but I suppose if anybody has had the upper hand, look, there's only 120 seconds gone. It is Kilmallock. Look, obviously they're on an atonement mission from their performance the last day. They would be taking nothing at all for chance, but obviously it's going to take Murroe Boher a bit of time to settle into it. They haven't been in the quarter final since 2010, which is 8 years ago, which is quite a long time, but I have no doubt they'll settle, but they will need to settle. And looking at the breeze and looking at its impact on the flags, it would 5 points breeze.
Pulled down by Gav to the wing. Shots on the right and wide.
And you alluded to it there about a minute ago, John, when you said about maybe a masterstroke placing Gavin O'Mahony at centre-back. Gavin O'Mahony has been on the ball very successfully twice already. So it would just see how that one pans out. But, of course, Gavin O'Mahony, it's a position he's well used to.